Elaina.
And today we have a very special guest to end our year. We always love having women guests on the pod. Would you like to introduce yourself today?
Yes, I would. This is so cool. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm so thankful. My name is Lucy, founder of Tomorrow's and Promise Tip, your sneaker collector, producer, doctor. I'm just kidding. All of the things.
All of the things.
Again, thank you so much for coming on.
Yes.
Thank you for being our last guest of the year, on our last episode of the year to close out 2025. Thank you.
Yeah, I was really excited to get you on. We've known each other for like a little over a year now, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know why we were like trying to think of like a guest to come up with, and I was just like, I wonder what Lucy's doing on Monday.
I was free.
It worked out so perfect. I'm glad you're here.
Yes, I'm grateful. No, I love your podcast. I've been keeping up since episode 1. We're at 102 now with this one. But no, I'm just in awe of how much you have grown on a personal level as a group.
Thank you.
And I mean, what can I say? Supporting women is my favorite thing to do.
Hell yeah.
Same.
And y'all should do the same by following us on all of our social media platforms before we get started on here. YouTube, Sneaky Link Pod. Go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, all the great stuff. Instagram, Sneaky Link Pod. Audio platforms, Sneaky Link Podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify. And Twitter, Sneaky Link Pod, and TikTok.
All of them.
And all the things.
Search us up on socials, and if we're not there, let us know.
You know what, just Google us and then follow all of those accounts that you find. Just make sure they're real. I mean, I don't think we have any fake ones, but
Imagine.
still.
You never know.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy to have someone freaking scam us. Oh, that's wild. Should we get into what we're wearing today?
Let's do it.
Let's start us off.
I'll start us off feeling a little festive. I'll start with shoes per usual. Jordan 11s today, since, in the holiday spirit. It's a crazy weekend. We'll talk about it. Wearing red velvet 11s. They were women's. They came out last year and got them from Sally's Shoes. She threw us a beautiful event recognizing women and all that, and they're really nice. The velvet on them is like
really
very clean. I haven't worn 11s in a while, so I figured I would. Trying to feel a little Christmassy.
Nice.
Good old Levi's, no back gap. Love these. And then wearing a vintage Disney Mickey and Minnie Christmas sweater.
I love that a lot.
I know, it's really cute. It's a little like stretched out around the collar, but I'm like, I don't even care.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's perfect.
Vintage,
Yeah, it's like a perfect little baggy sweater, but I love it. It's super comfy. So happy holidays, everybody. What are you wearing, Lucy?
Okay, starting with the sneakers. This is Dios X Adidas Superstars in the XL.
Ooh.
So
good.
the sole's a little bit chunkier. You see that?
Yeah, they're really cute.
Yes. Dios is a brand out of Houston, Texas. Do it ourselves is what it stands for.
Oh, cute. I like that.
And they sent these to me a couple of weeks ago, and I just had a chance to unbox them. So
I like.
I'm DSing them for you today.
They honestly, if you're not watching and you're listening, these are a really good shell toe.
Yeah.
Like
no,
these,
they are.
I really, really like these.
I like the chunkiness of them.
Yeah, the chunkiness,
That's
the
what
exaggeration of like the thickness, and like even just the way they did the black and white coloring, it looks really good.
It's like a little aged.
Yeah.
I like them.
Even the white on the traditional shell toes, very like clean
yeah.
white. This is more of like an off-white color. And then on the side, the stripes actually rip off. Like you can undo them to like unveil another design underneath.
Wow.
Do you know what it is under it?
I actually don't. I haven't seen any videos of it done, but I'm definitely going to try.
Are you going to do it yourself?
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Oh, my God. Wow.
And then on the inside of the tongue, I actually literally just did a little unboxing earlier today. On the inside of the tongue, it says, make shit happen.
Oh.
It's so cool.
I want these now.
I love that.
Oh, I want
so
these.
clean.
They're really good.
Oh, they
Perfect
just came out.
pair for your mom, your dad,
Yeah.
your sister, your brother.
Oh, there it is. We'll screenshot
your
this.
lover.
Your lover.
Happy holidays.
I like these. These are good.
Yes.
You're sneaky link.
Shout out to Theo's brand. We just followed you.
Shout out to
That's dope.
Dios.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What are
And
the
then
pants?
Jeans are honor the gift, just like
So
some
good.
old washed jeans, baggy. They're unisex. I love Russell Westbrook's brand.
Yeah.
They always have really well-made items and like statement pieces, and then the little zip.
I like not the quarter zip.
Oh, yeah.
The quarter zips are in right now.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
And I had my green juice today.
You did
It's a vibe.
I'm feeling it.
Right?
It looks cute. I love it.
Hair by
Yeah, overnight blowout, girl. Okay.
Sponsor us.
Yes, I'll wear those rollers in. I'll pull them out at the end of the episode.
That'd actually be funny. That would be hilarious. Okay, so today, per usual, I feel like I wear these out every almost last episode during the holidays.
So good.
But they're my concept. Nike Dunks, the ugly sweaters, the gray high tops. Love them so much. E has the black pair. We both don't have each other's like pairs. And I definitely still need the black pair.
I want the gray pair so bad.
And you got the special box, huh?
Yeah, I got the special box.
See, I didn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, also a pair of Levi's. I do not have a back gap on these, thankfully. So we're good. And then I have my 2017 Supreme Christmas shirt. That's also something I wear almost every holiday season. It's
So
the
good.
skeletons in different sex positions.
It's so cute.
that I love so much.
I love it every year she wears it. I'm like,
I love it so much. There's only a few Supreme pieces that actually, this might be one of the, this might be one of the only Supreme pieces I own. But I do want to have a BOGO one day. I don't know which one I would want, but I do definitely want a BOGO. But there is like this like Black Panther jacket that they have, like this blue one is like Black Panthers all over. That says Supreme on the chest, zip up jacket. Love it. So if anyone has a small or medium out there, please let me know. Pickups. You just gotta throw that out there sometimes. You know, you never know who's listening. Pickups. Anyone picked up anything? Anything new?
Well, I got it was a sneaker blind box from Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah. Did you open it?
I did open it. And I do like the sneakers, but it wasn't the ones I wanted. I was so sad. And it's funny because like it was like, it's in the FedEx box over there. And like I opened the box and like before you can even see anything inside, it's just like a hole. And I seen the color of the box and I was like, it's not the shoes I want.
Oh damn.
But it was okay. They're
So what
still
was
cute.
it?
It was like they are the
It wasn't
Oh
even
my
from
God.
that pack.
No, it wasn't. It
Wait,
was
what did you want?
so like I really wanted some of the ones from the concert that he was doing, the
Gazelles.
gazelles. But because I had seen a few people online getting them in the sneaker boxes. And let me see. I just looked them up on stock. So I was trying to think of the name of them. I think it's these ones. The forms.
Oh.
So I got this colorway, which
Okay.
isn't honestly, it's really not a bad colorway.
power
I actually
face.
really like them.
Horrible.
Dang, I forgot about this.
Yeah,
show.
it's not. I do
not-
like
it's
them.
not
I know. I
your-
was so sad because I was like, and like,
And you don't have this pair.
I
right?
don't have. I have
Okay.
that pair in a different color, but not that color. So
Okay,
I was
okay.
like, well, at least it's not something I already have.
Yeah.
But I was kind of sad. I was like, ew.
Is it just shoes in the box?
No, it was shoes, a sweater. They had the book, the Bad Bunny book, a pair of socks, and a t-shirt and a pack of pins. So
Oh,
it was like
that's
pretty
a
good. 'Cause
lot,
It was
yeah.
around $200 for the sneaker.
Oh, that's not bad.
Sneaker mystery box. They had different boxes. So there was 3. There was like just a regular one that came with a concho, and then one that came with sneakers. So
Oh, nice.
I was like, I want to try with the sneaker
Yeah,
one 'cause
just in
just in
case.
case.
Yeah.
That's a nice,
So.
fun, like,
Yeah.
blind box.
It
Yeah.
was really
That's cool,
fun.
yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And since they had stuff left over from like PR.
I can
and
imagine,
everything.
yeah.
So it was cute, but that's all I got, I think. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what I've picked up lately, but a lot of it has just been either me supporting like a friend's brand,
Mhm.
or shopping local. buying like from the local bakery. But honestly, it's been a while since I've picked up a sneaker. At least not
they
this
like
weekend.
that sometimes.
Yeah. Have you guys picked up anything for like Christmas?
Yeah, I've definitely been I've been Christmas shopping since at least Black Friday-ish. I have a few more gifts to give. I have a big Friendsmas tomorrow when this episode comes out, which I'm very excited for.
Oh, cute.
And then
I'll have a Friendsmas tonight when this episode comes out then.
Oh, really?
We're talking about Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, like if we're present tense.
Yeah.
I actually did get I know she don't listen to this. Hopefully she don't. I got my niece the pink pearlized Vans for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, because she's seen them and she liked them. She's really into Vans right now. So I was like, I'll get her a pair. Like the price wasn't too bad.
Okay, yeah.
I got to get them off of stock though because I could not. She's a 5. A men's 5, a 6.5 women, and I couldn't. I really couldn't find anywhere like locally. So
Cindy?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't like really check.
I haven't checked 5.
I need to go over there. But
yeah. No, you do, because I was there the other day and they actually had some decent stuff. And I put a shoe on hold, but I want to trade in some things for it. But we'll see.
Yeah,
I gotta go trade on some stuff anyways. I just need some extra money. So,
but I did go to the outlets this weekend too, because like my parents, I was out at their house all weekend, and then we live by the Cabazon outlets, so like our reservations right there, and it was really busy, but they had like a lot of really good deals. I went to Crocs and like got some stuff because they were like having clearance and. There's like a Lululemon down there. They have really good stores down there. So I was like down there grabbing some things, which was really nice. I did go into the Vans, seen a lot of stuff, but like nothing crazy. Trying to think of what else.
Yeah, I can't really. I did get my phone posits in the mail.
I see.
God, they're so perfect. Oh my God, I love them so much. I'm really surprised I came up on 2 pairs of phones this year. God bless.
That's a rare blessing.
It is for them to even come in like small sizes. I'm really grateful that they brought that back this year.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I think that's all I really got I don't plan on getting anything else I think I'm done for the year. Yeah, I don't think I need to pick up anything else this year. I mean, I do still very much want my Nigels. I think that's the only thing I really like.
I think I'm going to end up because I really want those Air Max, the Stranger Things, the Steve. Is it Steve Harry? Yeah, that I really want them, and I think I talked about it. Like I was eyeballing them on stock just because I have a gift card. That
Yeah. You were saying that.
So I'm like debating on pulling the trigger on those because I want to wear them to the theater on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. What do you run
going
for?
Huh?
What do they run for?
Last time I checked,
They're like 3 something, right?
Let's see. They were like $350-ish, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, Stranger Things. Do you like Stranger Things?
I do. I'm just like wondering, when did these come out?
$324.
Why did I not know about these?
They just came out not that long ago.
Okay.
They came out in like the beginning of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like when around the time that season
the
5
first
launched?
Yeah. Honestly, these have gone up a little bit in price because when I was first eyeballing them, they were $250, and I wish I would have bought them because now they're $324.
A 5.5's at $800.
That's insane.
Stop it.
I'm just gonna pretend I can see that.
It's okay.
It's a size 4 going for.
They're like all in like the 300. Okay, a 4.5 for some reason is 600, and a 5.5 is 800, but a 5 is 380, and a 4 is 312. So do with that information what you will.
Crazy. The fluctuation in prices.
The fluctuation is
wild.
Nuts, but I like to look at last sale.
Yeah, me too.
So in my size of men's, $285. That was this afternoon. Oh my God, I feel bad for the person who paid $467 on Sunday.
God.
They must have been drunk because that was at 3:21 a.m.
No negotiating.
No, just buy. Just buy them.
Oh no.
She's not gonna listen to this either. My friend Dom is a very big Stranger Things fan, and so I think I said this last episode. She couldn't get the Converse, so she ended up customizing a pair of Converse.
Oh yeah.
But I was able to get her.
Oh,
Converse.
you did.
So I'm gonna surprise her at our Friendsgiving.
Oh, I love
tomorrow.
That. Literally.
Yeah,
oh my God. Okay,
I'm gonna take a video. Yeah, I have to
really
take a video of it. So
I love that.
I'm really looking forward to like giving them to her. She was so butthurt. I tried to help her on stock. I'm on stock on sneakers, and I set my alarm for a totally different time. And I was like, "Damn, girl, I'm so sorry." Like
that's funny.
A whole hour. I was like, "Oh, damn."
Well, you made it for
but I was able to get her a pair. So We're good.
So we have a little bit of sneaker news, not too much. We want to really get to know you, Lucy, and everything that we do, because I think you're just really cool, honestly. I love what you do. I'm like, oh, she's doing you're always on like the coolest projects. So I love it. But speaking of pickups and releases and everything, let's get into this Gamma 11 release over the weekend.
So the Gamma 11s were this year's holiday Air Jordan 11s drop. They came out
Saturday?
No, 12. No. Is that 12 years ago?
Oh,
13.
It was 2013.
2013, so that's 12 years ago. Yeah. I see. I graduated too. That's crazy. So they came out 2013. It was a very big release for the industry, for the community. It did numbers. It sold out. We all know how important Air Jordan 11 holiday drops are, because it almost since the Concords maybe, these 11s, holiday 11s, have literally changed the trajectory of the way releases have gone put out. So this year, a lot of the retail stores brought back midnight releases.
Yeah, Foot Locker.
Specific, I think Shoe Palace did too, and it was honestly very cool to see
Foot Locker,
community come back together,
and other stores. Yeah.
I think Shoe Palace was one of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I honestly didn't see any bad feedback from
I really didn't either.
I said,
the only bad feedback was people didn't get shoes.
Yeah.
People did not get pairs, and people were upset.
Or people were literally crashing out because they did get a pair.
Yeah.
That one video we saw.
Sneaker News did post this earlier at the week, post-release, and they said, why are midnight releases so important? They are a core memory for sneakerheads who have been in the game since the 2000s, and midnight releases and campouts were authentic manifestations of sneaker community, like-minded individuals gathering with a shared interest and a shared goal. And I think we've talked about that before, when like lining up in campouts gave so much more like communal aspect than right now with everything with like online raffles and everything.
Yeah.
So I loved seeing people really like out in the streets, lining up, waiting in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And I think like Henny has plenty of times talked about how like this generation doesn't have community, and they don't have like a driving force. Like I think we kind of mentioned in the last episode about they don't have like somebody to even look up to and stuff.
Absolutely.
And I think what was so great about like when we were getting shoes was we had those campouts, and even though they were dangerous, and that's why they really took them away, it still like created the community that we have like today, and they don't have that because a lot of things are more digital now. The bots, the online releases, the EQLs, and EQLs and stuff like that. So it was really nice to see that like everything for them, obviously from what we've seen, had run smoothly with this drop, and everyone for the most part was able to get their pair. I also think I was telling you guys this the other day that I think the Gammas are, I guess, so sought after. I really don't see it. Everyone knows how much I feel about black shoes. Like I don't like all black shoes. But this is the closest thing that we have to a like quote unquote triple black, all black Air Jordan 11, and I think that's why people go so crazy over them, because we already know how much people love all black shoes. I don't put me in there. But in general, this is like, I think this is why.
Yeah. I think it's, I don't know. We did talk about this where it was like holiday, 11s are going to sell out.
Yeah.
People are going to come out for them. People will always want to get them. It's part of the holiday. It gives that feeling. Yeah. But I just did not expect this kind of ruckus for the Gammas. Like that's what was kind of tripping me out. So I was like, wait, like y'all are really hyped for these.
Yeah. I'm surprised, and then also not like, I think because last year it wasn't, like obviously the Legend Blues Columbia is like still very much sold out, and even like the women's breads. But something about this release, like this year, it just took.
Do you think it's because it has been so long?
Well, no, because it was about the same amount of time that the Columbias or Legend Blues had last came out. True, last year. I feel like it was more quiet next year. The Space Jams are coming back out. I didn't see if they have a 45 on it or a 23, but I'm assuming it's going to be a 23 because Why would they bring back the 45s again? And I think those are going to do numbers as well, though, too. It's a Space Jam, so I think that's that.
Yeah,
That in itself, it's already in a totally different like bracket than these Gammas, you know. But I'm kind of excited to see what next year is going to look like, if they're going to also do midnight releases again, or in this next year, like 26 in general, if other sneakers are going to get midnight releases again too.
Yeah.
A little scary, but we'll see what happens.
I think it makes it fun, and if people can act right,
yes.
not act a damn fool.
That's what that's what it is.
So if people don't get hurt, but I'm glad it was like a chill.
When was the last time you camped out for some shoes?
I was gonna say, if I can add to that, I think the sneaker itself is a classic silhouette, so it's going to sell out.
Facts.
But I think, to your point of what Henny and you guys have talked about in the past on those campouts really being like our go-tos for finding people that are kind of like us and finding our community. Like, you had your go-to stores, you know, you would see the same people and their families, standing in line, like saving spots. And so I think that there's something there to cherish about that and to bring back. It is scary to think about it being midnight releases, but I mean, we're seeing positive, reviews, positive, like at least a positive outlook on what it could look like for next year. And then I also wanted to talk about an all black sneaker that also just came out a few weeks ago, the Black Cat. That did really well too.
That really did. People were really excited for that one. And I
don't get it.
I know.
But also I'm not like a huge fan. I'm not like, okay.
So in my eyes, it's
in
like,
general.
It's the second back-to-back all black sneaker that we've seen do really well. I saw a lot of videos about, is the sneaker game back? And
oh my God, we talked about last week about the sneakers being dead.
Right? And then look at the weekend.
Look what happened.
Right.
And word to Key, as long as there's a hood, Jordans are not going to die.
And maybe it's also on the storytelling, with Nigel, like the way that things are moving forward. Maybe this was the year of planting all of those seeds for sneakers that we hopefully get to see what we want to actually buy and purchase and like buy into for next year.
Oh, I agree. There's a lot of stuff coming out next year that like are really good retros.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we had a great year this year for some of the retros. And also, like, just not to stay on this topic too long with like the Gamma, but I was thinking about our I know Henny knows him more, the FD, the future guy. He does like the interviews. He has like the UK accent.
Oh, yes. Was he at Complex Con?
Yes, he was.
Channel,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
He's really like, his content's really good. Henny knows him more. We follow him from the pod page and everything. And I had seen that when Brendan Dune with StockX, he recently did that 11s video.
Oh, yeah,
and then I seen Brendan posted like a DM discourse with him. And I think he's a little bit younger than us. Okay. And I'm just assuming, I'm not sure though, but he said that the Gammas were the best 11. And Brendan was like,
"Oh, is that what prompted him to make his video, or was it after?"
I'm not sure if it was before or after. I'm not really sure. But I replied, I was like, what? And he's like, kids, LOL. But now I'm like wondering too, at the time of like the first the Gamma release in 2013, the people that were a few years younger. I mean, I know you were a little bit younger than me, but like people at that age who probably looked at this shoe like, oh my God. And now they're at an age where like maybe they can get it or something. I don't know.
That's true. That could be like their first taste in a holiday 11 drop.
Yeah.
I think
introduction into that.
Yeah. Right. So that, and that's also like at a time where, word to Trinidad James about the hype beast, coming up. Like that was like 2010 to like 15-ish. There was a different resurgent in that time too. So I think that's also where it falls into with the drops, because 11 was the Breads. No. 11 was the Concords, 12 was the Breads, 13 was the Gammas, and then 14 was it the Legend Blues?
Oh my God, I can't
Ooh,
even remember.
I can't remember
You have really good
now.
memory.
She does. My
And I
memory's
think,
so
and I
bad.
think 15 must have been the Space Jams, unless those 2 years are. Someone's gonna
Something
correct
like
me. It's
that,
fine.
yeah.
But
We'll get
like,
the
Leave it in the
list.
comments.
yeah. But like at that, like it's from the breads to the gammas, like, and then coming off the Concords too. Like it's those 3 alone, holiday drops year after year. Like it was a great year. So I think that's also like people were seeing the hype from the Concords leading into the breads, and then the next year being the gammas. Like it was finally something that was like they were able to like finally touch too. So I mean, I definitely don't think they're the best
That's
at all.
big stretch.
But I also really hate all black shoes. So like I also have a different bias. But I definitely don't think they're the best.
I agree.
11s.
It's not for
Wait,
me.
did he say best Jordans or best 11s?
I think he's a best 11,
Okay.
but still.
I think if we said best Jordans, we would be.
That's even
Hell
crazier.
no.
Yeah, that would be even
big
crazier. But moving forward, Janelle had brought this up because I'm not on Twitter as much, but there was like a little bit of Twitter discourse today or earlier this week.
Love the sneaker
Yes,
Twitter
it's he.
streets, man. Love those sneakers Twitter streets.
You replied to it, you said?
Yeah, I did. There was just a tweet going around the past few days, I guess, or like yesterday. Some woman had tweeted that if you were, Some woman had tweeted that if she said, I didn't know shoes were that serious. I missed the memo. No BS. If you're over 25 as a woman, you really don't have any business wearing no Jordans. And so someone was like, well, like what did she say? Why do you feel like they shouldn't wear them? And she just said it's the fact that not that they shouldn't wear them, but it's childish as hell to her. And Jordan culture is for kids and teens. Grown-ass women chasing and standing in lines for this latest Jordan drop is crazy. I don't care. So a lot of women in the community have been clapping back at her. I clapped back and said that like being a 30, I'm 30 years old, and I was able to have the opportunity to be on a global Jordan brand campaign for last year's Air Jordan 11s. And it was because I wear fucking Jordans. So yeah, I have all the business to wear Jordans as much as I fucking want to, you know?
Classic.
And then I had also just said in a separate tweet that, you know, as women, like we already have a lot to face in this community. Like I'd be fucking damned if age is going to be one of them, you know, because there's so many amazing women in this community and in this industry that are older than 25 and still doing amazing things out here.
Designing Jordans, actually.
And I was thinking about that
Same.
too, like literally in corporate settings, like
Yeah.
having to wear Jordan, or not having to wear, but like they love Jordan, so like obviously they're gonna wear them, and they work at Jordan. So
I just want to know what kids have $200 and something for Jordans on the regular, like
That it should only
like,
be them.
yeah,
And for them.
or teens. They don't even have money like that. Like yes, some of us were buying Jordans at that time, you know, but regardless, like it's and honestly, it's also something we talked about before. Like if you just love it, like you're just always going to love it too. You know, it doesn't matter how fucking old you are. And sneakers don't have a fucking age. Like that's just weird to think.
I think
in general.
I don't know. I think it's so weird that people often will do that, whether it's Disney adults or sneakers or, you know, whatever, like people feel like is immature and like you should have outgrown that. But it's like, okay, then what should I be doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is the appropriate age thing to do at this age group? Because what the fuck? Like,
I must be failing at life.
like I'm not really
I'm
sure.
all of the above.
What is the opposite? Like, should we be buying like Louboutin? Should we be wearing
Like-
heels?
But we do.
And
that part
like-
too.
Yeah.
We said this earlier when we were talking about this. We do. We
actually-
wear it well.
Especially as women, like Jordans and sneakers aren't the only thing
no.
that we have in our closets,
Right.
you know, like we have a heels collection. There's other footwear that we have too. Like it's expensive.
Yeah.
to be us.
Yeah, because I love to dress up and I love to dress down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a either or girly, and I think especially we're gonna get into you soon. But like in what you do, you're on your feet a lot. You know, you're like realistically, why would you not be in sneakers?
Yeah,
Like
why would you
out
want
on,
to be?
like doing whatever we're doing. Like I understand if there is like certain areas where it seems like it's more corporate or like if you should wear a different type of shoe. But even in corporate world and certain places, they're wearing sneakers.
Yeah.
I think the trajectory changed when old boy wore them Dior Jordan 1s to the White House.
Oh my God, I forgot
you
about
couldn't say
that.
shit to us anymore about Jordans not being appropriate.
please.
Like, absolutely not.
I also feel like some women have this like elitist energy on them when they feel like they are better than other women because they don't wear
Guess
sneakers.
what? I'm still gonna get picked in my Jordans.
Yeah. And do like what? So please stop.
I
That's
just
funny.
feel like if you don't look good in it, just say that.
Yeah.
If you can't afford it, just say that.
Yeah,
Don't put it on us.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry you had whatever experience you had, but that was bold saying that on Twitter, and to think you're not going to get a reaction.
Like you
I
said,
don't-
I think when you
yeah.
first heard it, you were like rage bait. I was
For
like, yeah,
sure.
it's definitely
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
rage
yeah,
bait.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that,
definitely.
that happens all the time.
Turn those comments back on.
Yeah, she turned her replies off.
Oh man, but I'm really hoping we can leave the rhetoric behind of like people need to grow up and start doing whatever, like start wearing dress shoes or whatever. Like let the narrative go. It's done. It's played out. The millennials are here. We're almost 40. Oh, I'm almost. But because I looked at you, I was like, oh, you're early 30s. I was like, whoa,
Got here.
and we're still wearing sneakers.
I just kind of got here.
I'm not that close, but I'm not that far. But also we forgot to talk about this last week. Our friends over at the Club 520 podcast actually picked up what would we call it?
A not sponsorship? A deal?
Yeah, through their
Yeah, they're
podcast
not
from
sponsored.
Adidas.
Yeah, congrats to them. Like that's so dope. I know they're more sports, lifestyle type of thing. And Seven, obviously, like sneakers are engulfed in that as well. But I think it's really cool that a brand saw potential in a podcast, you know, and signed them.
Yeah.
I think that's like really dope. And I hope that opens up I hope that opens up other brands' eyes to see that like podcasting is as important of like a media space as like Instagram, as blogs, as websites and stuff like that too. So I think this is really going to be telling to see how other brands are going to move with and just in the podcast space in general.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was really exciting to see something like this happen for somebody. It was like, oh my God, Adidas is really like backing this. So it's like, I'm curious to see how other brands follow suit and if they do.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder what this means too.
Yeah.
Like, what does it entail? Do they get to collaborate? Do they throw events, live, you know?
Do they get a shoe?
Yeah, that too. That too.
Yeah. It said, I don't know a bunch about the history, but it says the Club 520 began in a basement, which they called Club 520. That's cute.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I love that. And now look at them, sponsored by Adidas. Partnership. All that.
Good shit, good shit.
Some level of energy over here.
I know.
Yes. Okay, but not too much news this week. Keeping it simple before the holidays, but we are so excited to have you on. Get to know you. Can you please let the people know what exactly your title is for work? I know you kind of wear many hats, but what it is and what you do exactly.
Yeah. So I do wear many hats. And
Yeah.
I don't really like go off of certain titles because sometimes I will be the PA, sometimes I will be the janitor, sometimes I will, have to do it all when I'm running a business, but I am a founder. And I'm also a forward-facing founder, so I'm also a creator, and I produce and I direct. So it's like an all-encompassing job, full-time job.
Yeah, definitely. You're a busy bee.
Thank you. Yeah. And my creative agency is just like a full production creative agency. So we focus on content, campaigns, marketing, influencer marketing, events, and we dabble into some talent management.
Okay. Where did this journey start for you?
Yeah. I feel like it was very early on, my interest in like film and novellas and like trying to figure out how the back end of it happened, like how to make it happen, but at the same time also wanting to be the talent, low key, you know? And then that grew into just wanting to create with my friends. Geza was one of my friends at the time, my husband. So it's just like a bunch of friends like creating together, not really realizing what we were making, what was growing out of it. He was running a full-time blog, like a men's fashion blog, and it just started to get really like picked up by different brands. And I was like, well, I think you need some help. Like you need my help.
Yeah.
And that's really when I was like, wow, like my organization, my production skills, like what I didn't even know were production skills, communicating, and like bringing people together was like where I honed in on how I could help him. And especially because he was so like creative led, and a lot of our friends were like photographers, videographers, editors. And so I was basically streamlining a lot of the deals and like the branding opportunities that they had, sponsorship opportunities that they had. But there's still, I don't feel like a big moment of like, oh my God, this is what I'm supposed to be. Yeah. It's still not there because I feel like I still have a lot of other goals that I have yet to meet, even with my agency.
I love
What were you doing in like high school, college then that you knew this is kind of also, just in general, like the like media space is like where you want it to be? Were you doing that back then too?
So high school, I was very much about school. I was on this path of I'm going to be going to a 4-year college and I'm going to study strategic intelligence and like a completely different like path in my like very different than what I'm doing now. But I still had that interest. I don't think I also grew up in a space or in a home where that creativity was like encouraged. Okay. I was very much an adult growing up, or at least treated like one. With a lot of adult responsibilities. I'm the oldest of 4 and the only female in my family. Yeah. So
you're from out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was born in Mexico. And then raised in LA.
Oh wow.
When did you come over?
Yeah. When did you come over?
I was turning 5.
Oh, because you've basically been here all your life.
So is Spanish your first language? I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of my struggles growing up too, of like how to really bridge. And now that I'm where I'm at now, it allows me to bridge like my culture and what I love and the things that I do. But yeah, I still feel like I never really had, again, like that, oh my God, this is exactly where I want to be, because sometimes it's a little of a turnoff too, you know? So I don't know. I think continuing to produce, continuing to direct campaigns that actually like mean something to me will eventually get me into the spaces where I can feel free to, you know, dabble into all of the things that I love.
Yeah.
Coming from a Hispanic background and stuff, do your parents still not understand what you do? Especially if you're saying that you like creatively, like it wasn't like something that was really talked about. Like, do they still not get it?
Sometimes they don't, and then I'll hear them talk to like my uncles and my aunts or their friends about like what I do, and it's like so totally off. But at the same time, I'm like, at least they're trying, you know, to understand. But they know I work on my agency full time. I hire my parents a lot.
Cool.
So for different events, or I'll tell brands about them, and so I'll set all of that up. So I also manage my parents' business. That's
awesome though. I love that.
Really cool. Keep it in the family.
No, it really is like a family business. And then I hire my siblings a lot too, and my cousins. Like I hire a lot of my family to be a part of like whether
That's awesome to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you work alongside your husband, being able to hire your family and involve everybody. Like that's really awesome.
Yeah.
When you were helping your husband, when you guys were just friends, did you know you were like, oh, he's gonna be mine now because
that's so funny.
Like, I'm helping this man grow. He's gonna be mine now.
I always thought he was cute. I did. But like super low key.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where I was like, "You're too good for her," you know. Like he was my friend dating other girls, and I was dating other guys. So we would, help each other out, like. Cry on him. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I really did not know that was going to be the love of my life.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's so great the way it all happened because, like, how can it not work out with the person that knows you 100%, that has your back, that, like, looks out for you? So I wouldn't have played it out in any other way.
Yeah.
Is it hard working with your
I was just about
sometimes?
to go.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess like in the beginning stages too.
Yeah.
When you guys were just dating.
I think because we've been doing this for so long, it became like second nature where it kind of like involves our personal, but it also involves our business. But at the same time, like all of it has to coexist, like it all has to balance out. So yes, it's a struggle to turn off sometimes from like the business to the personal. But at the same time, I'm like, that's all I want to talk about sometimes, like
no one else will talk about this.
Right, like you are the guy, so you gotta pay attention. And he's so patient with me. He's also a super creative person, so like he'll have those moments where he's like, I just thought of something. I'm like, I'm ready to write. Like
I love
so
that.
it's right. We are best friends, so that's I think it works really well.
For sure.
And then even on the hard parts, like the challenging parts, like I don't want to go to anyone else.
Yeah.
He's like the person that I trust the most, especially on like a creative like eye. But even for my personal projects, I'm like, so what do you think? Like, or my outfits, like my everything. So I don't know. Sometimes it like overlaps, and I think that's when you have a hard time. But it's about like bringing each other back and like resetting and starting over on like whether it's like a date or like a day or, like some days we don't absolutely want to talk about work at all or any of the projects.
For sure.
But sometimes it'll slip, and so it's just like navigating it and figuring it out together. There's going to be hard moments and like hard shit that you go through. But we always say that if it's not something that's like worth ending the relationship for, then we need to just let it go, settle, and keep moving forward, because it's not like, relationship ending. Right? It's never that deep.
Yeah,
like,
never that deep.
He says to me, is this worth losing your best friend? And I'm like, you can't use TikTok against me.
It's like I'm pissed off right now.
Shit. So yeah, I guess that kind of explains it. But we get on each other's nerves. So.
How long have you guys been together?
I've known him since 2012.
Okay.
We got together about 2.5 years after that, so like 2014 going into 2015. So that's 13 years, 11 years.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. And then married for 6.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How
Just
is
crazy.
I know it's not work related, but like how is, marriage compared to the beginning to now, like since you guys have figured ways to navigate and work together, like how does it feel in comparison?
I don't know. That's so hard to say. I feel like we are definitely different people, which I love. I feel like when I wanted to get married, one of the biggest reasons why I didn't want to get married actually was because I didn't want to lose like my independence or like lose me.
I feel that.
And like lose who I was.
Yeah.
Try and
In a
like
marriage.
yes.
Yeah.
To like focus too much on that person or just like forget about who I am. Like even when you have kids and like it's such a beautiful journey and you want to enjoy it all, but it's unfortunately true that a lot of women lose themselves within that. And so I think that over time, if anything, I have just found myself more and more.
Yeah.
So I think from the beginning of my marriage, I was just so excited, like still excited, but like I've understood more of like what that looks like over time, like growing with your person, evolving with your person, you shouldn't want the same person you started off with.
Yeah.
You know? Especially like this many years later.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We grow, you know, you can't stay in the same place forever.
Yeah.
So I like that you say that. I feel like we don't get too many people
That's
that
very
like
true.
talk about these type of topics, especially like with women. And, you know, a lot of people like dating's hard these days.
Especially when you're like a creative woman.
Yeah.
And you kind of already know yourself, and like you're a boss woman on top of that too. And it's really intimidating for men, and that's why sometimes it's even harder for us to date. So I commend you.
I do.
Yo.
So do you guys have Tip together? Okay.
Yep. So we founded it together.
Okay.
But I just lead it now.
Okay.
So we founded it in what became Tip was like over time, not only the men's fashion blog, but also like working together, working as a group with other friends as well. Eventually, I think we didn't really realize that it was becoming Tip, and then we founded it in 2020. We were both still working full-time jobs, so trying to fund our dream and like really just put something out there out of a need for wanting to see more people that looked like us behind the scenes. It felt so like such a being like in a twilight zone where like your stories are being told, but they're not even being told by someone that looks like you.
Yeah.
So you're like, holy shit! Like
Which happens way too often.
yeah. So how do I change that?
Yeah.
How do I insert myself into that and like really bring it back? I think Black and brown minorities, all minorities, are really looked at as consumers most of the time. And so you're selling to a consumer and not necessarily to a person, or like wanting to allow them to be seen within that content or that marketing or whatever it was. And so that's what led us to like actually founding Tip.
Okay.
And then I had my job in tech for a couple of years. And then I was laid off during the tech layoffs. And I was like, I'm not going back. Like it was picking up. It was doing pretty good. And I was like keeping up with everything. My full-time job, plus Tip, plus my parents' job, like business. And so I was like, why not just like
Take the
really
leap,
right?
Yeah.
And so Geza was super encouraging about that, and he was like, I think you should just do it. Like you don't have to go find another job. If this takes off, like you'll be able to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And take care of us, you know. And like same with him, like he had his full-time job, and he was like, well, if anything happens, like at least
There's the one.
yes,
Yeah.
at least we have security. I think that's so important in any relationship, and just feeling like you have someone that's gonna have your back.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So yeah, that's when it all launched, and I never looked back.
What was the inspiration for the name?
Yeah.
Tomorrow isn't promised. Tip for short. I mean, it really says it in the name. I think a lot of people wait for the right time or whenever they feel like they're ready to like launch something. And as much as I agree with being ready for the opportunity, I also feel like you can start somewhere, and you don't have a lot of people telling you to chase your dreams. At least that wasn't my experience growing up. So we just really wanted people to feel seen, to feel encouraged, and to have that like sense of urgency for their own life and their own dreams. Not just like for other people.
Yeah.
You know, like you're working a 9 to 5, or you're working like a corporate job, and you're really building for others. And I feel like a lot of times like our wishes and wants and dreams get put on a back burner, waiting on that perfect time to like launch it.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I do that too often, where I'm like, I feel like, like always waiting for the perfect time, and it's never going to be the right time, girl.
So we just gotta do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through your creative process when you're doing these type of shoots and videos, like from concept to end? Like what it usually looks like? I know it varies, but
Yeah, it does vary per project, and I also don't want to give them a swap.
yeah, you don't have to give out the secret.
I'll give them a
Real broad.
real overview. So there's a lot of planning, and I think that's like that's my sauce.
Yeah.
The planning, like if you have a solid plan, it doesn't matter it's actually going to dictate what your day of and your post-production looks like. But your planning, your organizing, you're documenting, that gives you a solid project all the way around. And then you have your day of, like your day of your shoot, whether it's a 1-day shoot or a 2-day shoot, whatever that looks like. And then just setting up with your planning, it sets up your team. It sets up people to, be able to succeed and bring it all the way through.
Yeah.
So in post-production is a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of really involving clients. So that pre and that post-production, it's a lot of client-facing. But it's also a lot of internal feedback and like learnings and like, oh my God, I wish I would have gotten that. But most of the time it doesn't happen because my planning was so good. So yeah.
It really is. When she booked me for the Zanku chicken, I did like a month or so ago for Flognaw and everything, and seeing you in action, she really was like, she had a plan. She stuck to it. We have to do this at this time and this and this. And she knew what angles she was getting, what she was looking for specifically. So it wasn't like ever, it didn't feel like there was a moment of like, she was like, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. And I love seeing that like in action. Because you could tell you definitely had a plan, and you stuck to it.
Thank you. The plan.
It made it very seamless. Like even though we might have been like a little behind on time or whatever it is, it still felt very seamless. Where it was like, this is what we're going into. This is what we have time for. This is what I'm looking for. Like, so it really does help. I could tell.
Yeah, and I think with that project specifically, and just projects that are meant to be run and gun or outside, you're racing against the clock.
The light.
So that's always like my biggest challenge. Yeah. And my biggest hater, the sun, like truly trying to ruin projects for me. But I think, like you said, even if like day of is like a little, pacing is not on point, or somebody showed up late, or somebody's acting up, or there's a person trying to take a picture of your car right in the middle of you trying to shoot.
Funny. We're literally on the side, and it's like, because when I showed up, she was finishing up with 2 other girls, and they were shooting their scenes, and we were going to be going over to this other area. And, so we're racing against the clock, and like they're in a, you said it was your uncle's car, and it's like a classic car that they're
seeing the car
filming everything in. And these like older gentlemen in front of this like liquor store. I'm not sure if they were like Armenian or what is that, but they're like so into the car. We're trying to film, and they're walking into frame asking about the car. Like, some were like, sir, we are filming. Like,
oh my
they're
God.
Like, oh, this
social cues.
And then they start saying stuff like trying to put the car down in a sense of like almost like you should sell it in like for cheap.
He was like, is that what the engine sounds like on a car?
But it's like they're so interested in this car at the same time.
While you're trying to shoot.
Yes. While
God.
it is action time. Like we have already yelled out action.
Oh
my God.
Film running.
And
we're like, sir, please get out of frame, back up. And
multiple times.
And then that comes down, and then like a very nice homeless man got behind us and started playing his little bucket.
Was this in downtown? This had to be in downtown.
It was in downtown. But she got it done. We got it done.
We did get it done.
But it was kind of funny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But all of those things that you can't plan for without the plan, you can't keep it going.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have like little off moments like that too, because it makes it that much more authentic and that much more real.
Yeah.
And just being like the type of person to like find solutions immediately. Like, okay, well that didn't work. Let's just move on to this. It comes in handy.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of pivoting.
Absolutely.
During those moments. What was your first like big project you got to do that even made you feel like, wow, like I'm doing this shit now?
Yeah. Damn. It's been a while, but I would say like my first Foot Locker project.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I did. So I brought together, I was a line producer, but I ended up bringing together an entire team for that. And this was before Tip was founded.
Okay.
So being a line producer is basically one level down under a executive producer, and you're basically lining and manning your line, like manning your entire team on the production side. So you're kind of like that mediator between the producer and the director and the assistant director and the PA and the talent. So you're kind of running around in different areas. But it was for Kids Foot Locker, and I think the reason why I felt so good afterwards was not only hearing live feedback from client right on set, but also being told that I wasn't just a producer. Like being told, because this is also coming off of the tail end of conversations that I told you I had been having before my actual career started and kicked off, of people trying to tell me to just do one thing at a time and to like, I know that I think the intention maybe was good, of trying to let me know to focus on one thing at a time and building on it. And like, I appreciate that so much. But then I also had those comments of like, you're doing too much, while I'm trying to just learn the ins and outs of production. Like I'm trying to shadow the producer, and I'm trying to shadow the director, and I'm trying to be a PA that's like running to get coffee for everyone and trying to keep everyone happy as far as talent and the entire production team, so I can stand out, you know, and be able to like grow in my role. But to hear that on set and be told that like I can come back on set to be an actual producer or to even direct like my own campaigns, I was like, wow, that actually made me feel like all of the other things that had been going on in the background, it gave me so much reassurance of like, I followed my path and I didn't have to like try and figure out how to mold myself into these boxes, you know? And so I think that would be my highlight of my start of my kickoff. Of my beginnings. My origins.
You didn't listen to those haters.
Like the reassurance and validation in those moments. Like, and people probably don't even realize when you're working on these projects as a big group, because it takes more than one person to get all this done when you're doing these things. And, you know, when someone's just like, you know, really good job. And in the moment, you may not realize it, but like that is like when you need that is like, thanks. Cause, you know, I've been struggling, or, you know, I'm just getting started in this, or I'm not sure this is where I'm supposed to be. And so like, I love hearing those like little moments of like validation, like, okay, I'm right where I need to be right now.
What has been your favorite thing you've worked on so far then?
My favorite, I would say this year. Let's narrow it down to this year.
Yeah, this year. Because you work on a lot of stuff, girl. I be at different events or different places sometimes, and like, there she is with her camera, there's things and I'm like, hey, she's working hard.
I'm a hard worker. I really am. And I pride myself in that too, of like saying like, you know, yes, I've worked on this and this and this, but it's because like it's work that I actually enjoy and that I love. But I would say this year, J-Tips, I love you, but I'm busy.
Oh, yeah.
I literally, they're out at the bottom of the stairs because I just wore them all weekend.
Yeah, that's by far my favorite campaign I produced and directed this year.
We love you, Jay.
We do. Shout out to him.
Saucony.
And we love Saucony too.
Yeah, we sure do.
Oh, yeah.
We sure do. Saucony got some stuff.
Yes. They did a lot of really dope collabs this year.
They absolutely did. And then I wore those ones home because it was my niece's and my dad's birthday this past week. So we were just doing family stuff. And my sister-in-law had on this like really nice GR pair of Sauconys, and they were like a cream brown colorway. And I was like, those are nice. Where did you get those? Like, I really like that color because it was just simple and it had like little hits of like brown and cream. And I was like, okay, I see you. And it was the same.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I was like, she doesn't know anything too much about shoes and stuff. So I love seeing those like people out and about with certain things like that. And they're like, well, I like them. They're comfortable. They're good. Yeah. So yeah, shout out Saucony and Jay. Yeah. How was that? What did you do for that project specifically?
Yeah. So he hit me up. And he was like, hey, I really want you to run production and direct my next campaign with Saucony. And I was like, oh my God, me? Yeah. And so flew out to New York, put together a plan. Okay. The plan was perfect. The plan was in place. Built an entire team for video, backdrop, studio, info, like he needed photo and video. And we were gonna run it on 2 separate days. So I flew out to New York, got there 2 days before the first shoot. So I had a little bit of time to plan even more. And meet with the team. Met with Jay. We ran his first day with photos. His team is so great. He has a really good set of people around him.
Absolutely.
That really get shit done and see his creative eye. And I think that's what's so important about saying yes to those types of projects is like really being sold on the vision of like what we're trying to create, what is the goal, and then also seeing that through. But yeah, we ran photo, video the next day. He really wanted to flip the message on its head. And when you read the "I love you, but I'm busy," you're usually like, "I love you, but I'm busy," like doing my
just let me do my shit real quick,
you know, running my business, working. But in his eyes, it can also mean I love you, but I'm busy, and I'm giving my time to the people that I love, my family, my kids, my wife, you know, all of the things that are actually important to my life. Yeah. So, if you've seen the video, it takes you through a day of
his life,
a day of his life of what would have been him at the studio, but as he's getting ready for his day, he's getting his kids ready, and they want him to stay home. And so he ends up missing the entire shoot. So we're all at the studio waiting for Jay to show up. But
you were in it too.
Yeah, right? I did not want to be in it. I did not want to be in it. And he was like, no, like when they pan over, because we had certain shots set up with my plan and my story. I'm telling you, like it really was so down to a T of what we were going to shoot and how the scenes were going to be shot, like the setups versus the actual scenes. And there's a part where it actually pans to the entire room because we wanted to show this is a real set. So I had some stand-ins, but I also had like actual people, and I have the monitor in front of me, and I'm producing and directing
at the same time.
As an actual shooting. Right. So I was like, well, I have to look at this monitor. I could go to the hallway, but then that takes, and he was like, no, you're in it. Like, stop. Like, okay. So that was really fun to shoot. He loves his coffee, so we made sure we had coffee on decky. Anytime he needed coffee, like, is it time for a quick coffee run?
When I was at his booth at Complex Con, he was like, I need to go find some coffee. Like, he was there at his booth like most of the time, and he was like, I need to go out and find some coffee, because like everyone just kept coming up to him and stuff. Yeah, that's so funny.
No. I mean, he had a lot going on.
He had a lot going on. Yeah, at his own booth.
He had booths everywhere.
An
appearance here and a whole island,
like 5, 6 things that dropped with his name on it.
Absolutely.
No, that
love him.
If I could say anything about Jay is that he works very, very hard. Nothing has ever been handed, and he loves his family and friends. Like, and that's, you can see that in the way that he moves and how he talks and how he, even runs like a room. He works.
He has such good energy. Like, everyone loves him, and like, the first time we had him on, he was just like so welcoming to us. Like, it felt like we've known him for a long time. Like,
it's my first time meeting him,
and like he's really just showed so much love for us and always look out for us. Like, every time I see him or can like show, like
every
give
time,
him his praise, I will.
Every time we've seen him out, he's like always like is very present still, like with us and saying hi to us and just like asking us how we're doing and whatever and what we're up to, and like still chaos and like going on like other shit like around him, but like still very much being present and like just talking to us and stuff too. Like,
he's definitely mastered the still keeping calm while like
he never seems like too frazzled.
At all. Oh, I love that.
Shout out Jay.
Shout out to him. One of my favorite projects to work on this year. Just proud to have been able to bring the production together and also like actually achieve his goals and like what they wanted out of the campaign, and it was received so well. It did really good. We got a sold out
for sure.
So I'm excited for more of those next year and to just continue to work on things that bring me joy and definitely feel like I'm fully sold on the vision of beyond just the product.
Is there a brand or somebody that you haven't yet to work with that is on like a vision board or like your goals to do list?
Yeah, I would say it's gonna sound so random, but Sprite.
Okay, shit.
Oh my God.
I want to do a Super Bowl commercial.
That's
Oh my God, I'm speaking. Oh my God, I hope
my
she does a
God.
Sprite
Wait.
Bad Bunny Super Bowl commercial, girl. Because actually, you got to go with Adidas to Puerto Rico for the show.
too?
She did with the group. She absolutely went out there. The
Did you wanna go
second
with Bianca? Did you
no,
go
No,
with
I
Jen?
went with my second group.
yeah.
I don't know if it was the first or the second group, but
I think it was
Jen
the
and
second week.
It was Jen. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jen from the
Okay,
block,
okay, okay.
Amor,
and me.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
and then
such a
from
good.
New York, it was Timothy and Cleese.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
group of people. I
Nice
feel
people.
like they sent like a group of like
Different-
Latinos like
Yeah.
to that one specifically because I feel like the group that went with Bianca because it was during the AMG Mercedes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the F1.
yes.
The F1, yes. That's when they kind of went out there with the
Yes,
first people, and it was kind of like a more mixed, different group. But I love when they sent you guys out there and all
That's
the things you got to do.
dope.
And you got to see the really cool museum because they literally, I think the week before I went was the last week they had it there. I wish they would have kept it open through the residency.
Okay,
yeah.
They closed it.
Yeah, like it was like the week before I got there.
It
I
should
was
have been
like,
open
"Whoa."
the entire time.
It really should have. I was kind of bummed about that, but it's okay. But yeah, how was that? Like the experience?
It was so cool. It was by far my favorite influencer or creator trip.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself an influencer, even though I be influencing.
She should.
Say it louder.
But I felt seen.
Yeah.
I felt like
I love that.
again, probably another full circle of that, like you're doing too much or you be one thing.
Yeah.
It was like, well, I can be a forward facing founder and like they love Tip and they love me and like they like getting that DM asking, I had to read it back multiple times.
Oh my God.
I
I know
wasn't
those
with
feelings,
Gaze at the moment, so I was like screenshotting, sending it to him. I was like, can you
What the
read
fuck I
this?
just got?
Can you read this and tell me if
I'm
like
not tripping.
what do they want from me?
Do I have to give up my firstborn?
A fake? Is this a scam?
Right?
Is this fake?
No, really. I really thought like I didn't know if I was just gonna be like giving insights maybe.
Yeah.
Like I did not
Like, did they want me there for
a
like work and
full-blown
not just
trip.
yeah?
They're asking me to produce something? Like, what?
I didn't even know they wanted me in Puerto Rico. Like I didn't even know that I was going to the island.
That's
shit.
amazing.
And that's why I had to read it back multiple times. I was like, "Are you sure? Like, is this for me?" And it was so cool. And my husband is Puerto Rican.
I love
so
that.
being
Yeah.
being Puerto Rican, having family still in Aguadilla and in Puerto Rico, I was like, this is crazy. Like, out of all of the places
That's
that they could
amazing.
send me, they're sending me to fucking
Yeah.
R. And it was so cool. I loved having the small group too because it felt like we all got really close. I love Amor and Jen. I actually
love
have
Jen.
like worked with them on set before, like for my own productions.
Oh, so now getting to just like hang out with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 days before, maybe 2 or 3 days before, I was just with Amor on one of my sets.
Oh, shit.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, in Santa Monica Pier. And I was
Okay.
like, a little birdie told me
You're
you're going to
going?
Puerto Rico. And he was like, who told you? I was like, I just know. But I did ask for the list of everybody. I was like, who's
Smart.
going?
That's smart.
I just wanted to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
if I was going to know anyone.
Yeah.
But overall, treatment was
It
10 out
looked
of
like
10.
it.
Yeah.
looked like
They
it.
really hooked you guys up too.
Yes, I got 2 out of the 3 of
Yeah.
the
Gazelles.
gazelles.
The
Yes,
gazelles.
the Cabo Rojo
Oh, so
and
good.
the orange pear.
That I always keep
What is
forgetting.
it? Orange pear.
I want to call it Vega Baja, but I don't know if it is.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I keep wanting to call it that. I know it's not.
We should look it up.
But yeah, the orange one, like that one looks so much better in person. Like I feel like the
Yeah, you
pictures
said
don't
that
do
loud.
it justice. I've seen it in person a few times, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much better than like online.
No, they're all 3
The
of them are
color
really
is
nice.
good.
The pink ones were my favorite just because they go so well with so many things.
Mm-hmm.
I also got to wear the pink gazelles to the archive.
Oh,
and
cute.
a bunch of the other creators that were there also wore their pink ones.
Oh,
so it was
cute.
like the
Cute.
day that we
Yeah,
all chose to wear them.
perfect.
It was really cute. So we bonded over that. We had amazing food. They also gifted me a few other pairs, like not only going to, like, I think the treatment.
Yeah.
This was like,
Alone,
I
yeah.
was like, whoa. Like,
Yeah.
I had 3 bags of gear and sneakers that they had already sent just for me to have for the trip. And then on top of that,
you got more at the trip.
Yes.
Oh,
I got there and this huge away luggage was waiting for me.
Jen posted about it.
With like hair,
just shit in it.
Hair supplies.
Did you have a camera or something?
Was it the vacation stuff or the Sol de Janeiro? They had some of like the good brands. Yeah, it was like loaded down.
You met someone from that brand.
Oh, it was so funny because I was coming back on a flight, or I was headed to PR or something like that. And I was talking to one of the girls, and she works for one of the brands, and I showed her that post. She's like, "Can you send this to me so I could show the company like that Adidas did?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." Like,
no, they hooked it up. They were so specific about like accessories and like little things that we could use and need for the trip. And then on top of that, I was so nervous that I wasn't gonna have enough room for the things, but they gave us a whole luggage.
That's dope.
You know? So I was like, wow, like this is A1 treatment, 10 out of 10 experience. And I genuinely felt like, again, all of the things that I had been questioning somewhere way back in the back of my head of like, am I too much? Am I like, is this path that I'm carving out of being this founder, but also a creator that creates her own content and being an individual, but being part of like doing all of these projects? Is that like my path? What does that look like? Because I haven't seen it done before, but I get to do that and represent not only for Mexicanas, but also for women who these industries aren't built for. Yeah, so I don't know. It just felt so good. And like,
I love that.
Everything that you're saying is like it's registering to me because when I got my Jordan brand campaign last year, I think that was also at a time where we had our podcast and I was still doing what I was doing. And I'm also like very much a fandom creator too. Yeah. So like, I feel like sometimes I juggle with like, am I not posting sneakers too much? Am I not posting my fandom content or not enough and stuff? And so when I got that opportunity, I was it was a small imposter syndrome. Like, holy shit. Like, again, like it's finally nice to feel some validation, especially from a brand that like you love and like, you know, that has low-key been with you since like you started whatever journey like you were on too. And I loved that feeling for myself, and I love it for you too, because like it's such a very nice like validating like feeling, especially when you don't know sometimes.
We all don't know. We're all just figuring it out, and maybe that's why like we feel the imposter syndrome, because we've never been there before. And it's just like moments like that really just give you the empowerment that you need to like just continue that path. Like you've already done so much. You've carved it out for yourself. You're being blessed with these things that like you can only dream of. Like little us would have not imagined
at all.
Collab, you know? Like being standing in those lines.
Standing in
those lines, girl.
You know? And so I think that it is thanks to these opportunities and these full circle moments that we have now to actually like put out like what we just feel is authentic to us.
You know? And no, seriously.
It also goes back to the comment from the very beginning of just like let people be people and like love what they love and like what they like, and eventually you make a career out of it, and then you have back.
And look what happens.
How many doors will open and opportunities you'll get by being in line or in certain places, or, you know, working one job and seeing something for a similar yet different job that you didn't know you would get just because you put yourself in that moment at that time. So it's very important.
Yeah. And I think everything that both of you, Henny, are all doing is genuinely building those authentic relationships too, that when someone sees an opportunity that's made just for you, or go out of their way to make an opportunity that's just for you, that's also like why it's so important to just be out here, not, you know, asking for much. You're just being yourself. You're just posting what you love, and if people happen to like it and resonate with it and see themselves in it, great. Like that's the purpose of us being creators and like putting out this podcast.
Especially as women, and especially as like a woman of color and stuff too. Like we always talk about representation, because it's very important, because there's not a lot out there, especially on the authenticity of it, you know. I do want to ask how your relationship with Adidas got started.
I wanted to, did it start from the Puerto Rico stuff, or did you already have something established with them prior?
Yeah, so Adidas is actually the first brand to give me my start in sneakers way back in like 2016.
Okay.
Oh shit, nice.
Maybe even early 2015. So they had a field agent program, and it was like a field marketing program that I somehow got involved in, and built a lot of very like foundational relationships, I think. Again, because I wasn't seeking anything other than just like connection. And thank God for the years of loving Adidas and like buying the sneakers and like really showing up for the brands. And time over time, you get to know more people. You get to build these authentic relationships. And I don't know, it just like happened out of nowhere. I'd been seeded sneakers before by multiple different brands. And so I just love to post my unboxings. I love to post the things that I do. And so getting that DM, I think, just made everything like all the other, you know, seatings and like all the little, I was like, oh shit, this is what it really is. But yeah, no, thanks to, again, those building of relationships over the years. Like nothing ever happens overnight. Maybe it happens for some people, but I genuinely don't think that I was one of 3 people that they chose out of LA just because they liked my content. Like that's not, you know, I don't believe that. I think that they knew the type of insights that I did have, my impact, my network, and also the fact that I genuinely care about them as people too. So I think
that's how establishing and keeping those relationships are extremely important.
Facts.
And it's something I've had to learn within the last few years of us doing the pod, because I was never really out there in the streets or making those relationships based on like, you know, networking. And not saying that everything is always networking, because I know they are genuine relationships, but I know now, like when I do it for the pod, I'm like, okay, like I gotta like kind of, you know, put the pod out there and not just like a personal thing. But it's crazy that when you're in some spaces, like you don't realize the relationships you're making and how long they're gonna last and how vital they may be in the future. But it's always nice to just really have like people there that are like-minded and that you relate to. And like, it's really cool how many people you get to meet from various backgrounds and places. I'm like, I'd be so surprised, like when we be out and I'm like, oh my God, like you work so-and-so, like that's so cool. Like I would have never had any idea. Like, what do you do over there? Like I'd be so fascinated sometimes. Like, I didn't even know that was a job title.
Half the time this world is small too. Like, everyone knows each other in this space and that space, and most of the time it all connects back to shoes. So
literally.
Or knows about someone that knows about that. Or, But no, it's true that I'm glad that it's not always about networking for us though, right? Like I think just showing up somewhere because of whatever you think you might get out of is not how to move. And I think that's why people in positions to suss those things out do make it very selective, and they're very intentional with who they put on. And I think that it comes down to how they see you move. You know, so.
This has been a great conversation with you.
It really has.
I love that this is going to be our last episode of the year, because this has been amazing.
Yeah, you've had so much really insight, to be honest. Like, I feel like sometimes we get guests on and like we have people that do talk and have a great story. Like we have a million guests. But then there's some people who I'm scared, like, oh my God, they're not going to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you engaged so well in all of the conversation.
I'm a talker.
Before we like close this out, I do want to ask, like, how has it been for you as a woman of color, a brown woman, Hispanic woman, like being in the industry that you're in? I know you talked about representation for yourself and like the stories not being told from like your actual people. So how has it been for you on this side now, being able to tell those stories?
Yeah, I think it's inspiring to even see myself be able to like do these things. But I also want it to be more than just like me talking about it and like saying like, oh, well, these opportunities are like opening up and we're building new paths, but it's like, is it really going to make a difference unless I'm actually putting in the action, like making those things happen for others? So I think it feels rewarding to be able to work with my family. It feels rewarding to be able to work with my friends and like see things happen for others and feel happy for others. And I don't know, it feels good. Yeah.
I love that.
I like that. If you could go back and tell your younger self any advice or like something for the future, what would it be?
I don't want to get emotional. Oh my God.
You're gonna make me cry.
You're never too much.
That part.
And it's going to be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Oh my God.
Is there anything else you want to like let us know or say to anything, like any questions before we get out of here?
Well, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
102
episodes.
And I know that you will continue to grow and be blessed with bigger and better opportunities for next year. And I can't wait to be in a studio audience with a brand sponsorship and all done up, makeup, wardrobe, all of it, sneakers, sponsorships, everything. But congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there anything you can talk about that you have planned for next year?
She's like, what's in that contract? Yeah, she's like, well, I could say that this year my goal was to do more events, and I did that. I feel really proud of it because it's going to open up more room for us to do more events in 2026. I am working with a few new talent, which is nice, to just continue to add people to our roster and like let people be considered for different brand activations, and a whole lot of fucking content. So yeah. I guess you'll have to watch it on the feed.
And with that, please let everyone know where they can find you.
You can find me at Lucy Crivelli on all platforms, minus Lemon Up.
I've heard Lemonade.
Lemonade.
I
said Lemon Up.
About that.
And you can follow my agency at tip.supply on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Nice. You can also follow us on Instagram at Sneaky Link Pod. On YouTube, make sure you go subscribe to us. Sneaky Link Podcast, audio platforms. Sneaky Link Podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Happy fucking New Year's, you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
All of the holidays.
All of the holidays. Thank you for an amazing 2025. Lots of ups and downs, but we will reconvene in 2026.
See you next year.
Bye, guys.
Oh.
And that's a wrap.
I love it. That's so cute.